In the year 605 BC, the world changed forever. An unstoppable superpower swept across the Middle East, burning cities and taking the brightest young minds as human trophies. Among them was a teenager named Daniel. But what the Babylonian Empire didn't realize was that they hadn't just captured a slave, they had invited a spiritual Trojan horse into their palace. For the next 70 years, Daniel would outlast kings, survive executions, and write down prophecies so accurate that modern skeptics are still trying to prove he didn't have a time machine. Today, we are decoding the secret life of the man who saw the end of the world. From the fire of the furnace to the lion's den and the terrifying handwriting on the wall, this is the complete, uncut story of the prophet of empires. Daniel's journey begins with a psychological war. King Nebuchadnezzar didn't just want Daniel's service, he wanted his soul. He changed Daniel's name to Belteshazzar, an attempt to replace the God of Israel with a Babylonian idol. The first test? The king's table. In Babylon, eating the king's food was a sign of covenant and loyalty. But Daniel made a dangerous request. He asked for only vegetables and water. Why? Because the king's meat was offered to demons. The mystery here is a biological one. After 10 days, Daniel and his friends weren't just healthy, they were stronger than those eating the royal feast. This was the first sign that Daniel was operating under a different set of laws, laws that defied the physical world. The stakes escalate. Nebuchadnezzar has a dream that haunts him, but he won't tell anyone what it was. He orders the execution of every wise man in Babylon, including Daniel. But Daniel enters the mystery realm through prayer. He doesn't just get the interpretation, he sees the dream itself. A massive statue, head of gold, chest of silver, thighs of bronze, legs of iron. Listen closely, because this is where the Bible acts as a history book written in advance. Daniel identifies the gold head as Babylon. History would later reveal the rest. The silver was Persia, the bronze was Greece under Alexander the Great, the iron was Rome. But the mystery is the stone. A rock cut without human hands smashes the statue to dust. Daniel was telling the most powerful man on earth, your kingdom is a temporary shadow. A real king is coming, and his kingdom will never end. Decades pass. We see the trial by fire. Daniel's friends refuse to bow to a 90-foot golden idol. They are thrown into a furnace heated 7 times hotter than normal, hot enough to kill the guards outside. But then the king screams. He doesn't see 3 men, he sees 4, and the 4th looks like the Son of God. This is a Christophany, a pre-incarnate appearance of Jesus in the middle of the fire. Years later, a new king named Belshazzar commits a fatal sin. He drinks from the holy vessels of God's temple during a drunken orgy. Suddenly, a disembodied hand appears and writes on the wall in letters of fire. Daniel is summoned to read the code. Mene, mene, tekel, upharsin. The translation was a death sentence. You have been weighed in the balance and found wanting. That very night, the river was diverted. The Persians crawled under the gates, and the gold empire fell to silver in a single hour. Now an old man in his 80s, Daniel is the target of a political conspiracy. His enemies pass a law making prayer illegal. Daniel doesn't hide. He opens his windows and prays toward Jerusalem. The result? The lion's den. But the miracle wasn't that the lions weren't hungry, it was that their mouths were sealed. But the biggest mystery Daniel left us wasn't about lions, it was about time. In Daniel chapter 9, he receives the 70 weeks prophecy. This is a mathematical code that predicted the exact year Jesus would enter Jerusalem as the Messiah. It is the most scrutinized prophecy in human history, and it hit the target with 100% accuracy. Daniel lived through the fall of his nation, the loss of his family, and the rise and fall of global empires. His life proves one thing: no matter who is on the throne of this world, God is on the throne of the universe. Daniel's story is a reminder that even in the Babylon of our modern world, you can stand firm, you can see the unseen, and you can outlast the fire. If this deep dive into the mystery of Daniel strengthened your faith or opened your eyes, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. We are uncovering the hidden truths of the Bible every week. Drop a comment below with the word "I am" if you believe God is still in control today. And if you want to see our next mystery, on the day fire fell from heaven. What really happened on Mount Carmel? Or Samson and Delilah, the most famous betrayal in human history? Click the video on the screen right now. Until next time, remember this: you were not placed in this generation by accident. God chose you to be here, in this moment, and for a reason. No pressure you're facing is wasted. No battle you're fighting is unseen. The same God who preserved Daniel will sustain you. The same God who shut the lions' mouths will protect you. The same God who reveals mysteries will guide your steps. So stand firm, stay faithful, and don't back down, because what God has started in your life, He will finish. Now go forward with boldness, go forward with faith, and walk like you know God is in control. Until next time, keep searching for the truth.